What up, people? It's your boy Massachusetts out here with another comic review. So we got Batman number 93. I've made it no secret. I've been really liking this issue, this run of Tynion, James Tynion. I've been recently informed that Tynion is not how you pronounce it, so I think it's Tynion. But please correct me if I'm wrong. And we can see that the cover is really Joker enjoying the show, more or less, which he does. So we pick up where we left off. The designer's here. And he's confronting Batman. Batman's already come in and said that, hey, I already know your plan. That you hired assassins to pretty much get me out, to take out, um, the deputy, to take out the mayor and deputy mayor. Penguin takes over. The Riddler will come in and do his thing. Um, he'll distract the police. They'll cause chaos. Catwoman will take all of your money. And then the Joker would kill you, basically. And with the Underworld united, the designer's final act is establishing the greatest criminal empire of the next generation, an unstoppable machine. Your legacy is secured and your story can come to an end. Magnificent, isn't it? At that point, you had barely moved past fighting mobsters. You wouldn't have known what hit you. So this was at the beginning. That this was his plan. It's like your office here in the Tri-Corner Yards. You made it look like your study back in the manor. I can only imagine why. What ideas do you wait to come to you here? And tell me, Batman, are they enough to save you? It's like, I'm not the man I was then. I've evolved. I've caught up to your design. I am equal to it. So, you say, let's find out. On guard. So, they're about to sword fight. I like this panel right here. It's pretty good. But that's what I believe. I like it so far. Meanwhile, Catwoman is with the underbroker. And he's pretty much, they find out that the Joker is after all of this money. And Catwoman's finding out, it's like the young lady fighting Miss Quinn said the same thing outside. It's like, except she said punchline, not finish line, didn't she? Yes, she did. Everyone loves their little names when they've just gotten started, don't they? I'm sure you found a dozen ways to end a sentence with the underbroker. I found a business card. Usually do the trick. Miss Kyle, I'm going to have to tell you that what I told the young lady out there, and what I asked her to tell her boss. Under brokerage does not specialize in theft. We take criminal assets and hide them in hedge funds alongside the world's elite, to allow them to grow alongside the rest of the world's least regulated money. You can't just take money from a legitimate account and put it into the Joker's bank account. You can if it's not a legitimate account. The Wayne Foundation is a front. It holds the Wayne fortune outside of all regulatory bonds, a constellation of untraceable shell companies, which in turn own and operate Wayne Enterprises. Then you just see Bruce Wayne, the person, doesn't own much of anything. I don't think he even owns the manor. Bruce Wayne, the shadowy configuration of shell corporations, is one of the richest people on the planet. Somebody doesn't want the world to know how he spends his money, so they're just finding out. And I like this banter between them. It's very intelligent. Nobody with that kind of money wants to know how the world they spend it. But you're right. If this money changed hands, he would need to show all the authorities to prove it's been taken from him illegally, which means telling the world what he can't. And that probably means all the money falling into the government hands. Still, a person would need to know where each of those accounts was in order to drain them of their contents. It's like, I know them all. I memorized them just months ago. In case what? This isn't a friend talk. I've given you what you need. You have my account from the old days. Now make me a billionaire before the clowns take Harley down. So even she knows that Harley stands no chance. Meanwhile, Punchline and Harley are getting into battle. I like the art here. And we get into Punchline's demeanor, like, and people might think this is simplistic, but I think it works. She's like saying, I have a grudge against you because you tried to change the Joker. It's like, you got closer to anyone but the Bat, and you wanted to fix him, make him better. It's like, you wanted to water him down to nothing. That's why I have a grudge, Harley. You held him back too long. I don't want him to change. I just want him the way he is. And so it's like, and Harley makes fun of her saying she's a groupie. You don't get it. You never gotten it. Every day he's out there changing the world, making them see the clowns they really are, showing them they should laugh at death and tear down society. And Harley's like saying, you got issues. Of course I have issues. How could I not have issues when the world is like this? And She's going around saying that the world is a laugh, and it's a carnival at his side, but now you're going to get carved up by your replacement. First off, he hates it when you try to name his stuff for him, and his sense of humor would be less horror carnival and more chuckle hut. He said, I'm the funniest person he knows. It's like, he said that to Batman, kid. I've heard him say it to an old nun who couldn't talk anymore. He says a lot of stuff. He's the Joker. He jokes. He's the bad guy. Not in a fun way. He, in a real way, he's going to hurt you. But, punchline, it's like, yeah, he probably will. But I'm going to hurt you first. And so she slits Harley's throat and tells her boys, and they dump her in the sewer. And she's like, okay, to business. Time to get Catwoman. And that's what I like about Punchline. And I think that already Tynion has made an excellent point. Punchline is not Harley Quinn. And she just appeared. Give her time to breathe, people. So we just see Batman and Designer duking it out. And, he defeats the Designer. And pretty much, he tells he's about to unmask the Designer. And he realizes the Designer is a corpse. It's like you aren't the Designer. You're his corpse. The shambling shell of the greatest villain of an older generation cut down by his replacement. This is an act of humiliation to mask what you're really after. Joker, what are you doing? Why attack me like this? What are you trying to prove? And so the Joker is with his boys, and of course he's got somebody who's been controlling the guy VR. And the Joker is on the call saying, oh, Batman, this was part of the plan. It wasn't about breaking you. That's what comes next. I've got a whole world planned for you. This was about breaking her, while I get everything I need to break you. And then Catwoman is the real target. And I like this picture of the Joker. He's positively evil. And you just see, but I'm going to need you to off the table for the next little bit. Slade, wakey wakey, it's time to finish your contract. Sorry, Batman, but you and your whole family, you earned this. And we just see my man get stabbed. So Slade was obviously playing possum. It's like, no, that's not going to kill you, but if you pull it out, it will. Oh, Mr. Fox, I'm sure you're listening somewhere. I got a medic to the office quick. So he hit him in the proper nerve. It's like, okay, I actually believe you're pulling the double cross, Joker. I expect my payment in full. So he's like, I really expect you to betray me, but I'm shocked. Pay me. It's like, my broker is standing by for the transfer. Don't worry, but I'd skip town if I were you. Things are about to get dangerous. And meanwhile, Catwoman's working. And it's like, it's done. Now I want you to erase all my account information. Any way you have to do it. And do that. And nobody ever learns who you are. Oh, I'm afraid your account is quite empty. And she gets shocked and she gets shot from behind. It's like, thanks for the account numbers, kitty. Cat, this next bit wouldn't have been possible without your help. Until she's down. And then Joker is like, is it done? Yes, I want to say it. I want to hear the words. Joker, you are now worth over $100 billion. And the Joker is just positively happy. So, I like this. I liked it. I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. Now, I know what people are saying. Oh, this was cliche. The Designer should have been more. Punchline should have been, more. And granted, you can say there's some faults to that. But this is supposed to lead up to the Joker War. The Designer is not meant to be the main thing. He was simply a stepping stone, as was shown in the previous issues. And as we can see, Joker is about to launch his plan. And I think this is what people are interested in. And I think this is what James Tynion, please correct me if I'm wrong, is trying to do that. He's expanding his story, and I'm quite excited for the next issue. I think it'll be good. I think it'll be great. So, thank y'all for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. Comment below to give me your opinions. And hit the notifications to make sure you're notified. Once again, I do these reviews for you, the people. Because when it's good comics, to get your views on them. Thank y'all for watching. And I hope to have more videos up when I can. Peace.